everyone, current skincare favourites today because everyone's been asking me about what I've been using recently, and also I'm so sick of Christmas at the moment, just in the last couple of days. I feel like I've Christmased myself out, so it was supposed to be stocking fillers tonight, but it's just slightly too close to Christmas now. So if you want kind of more Christmas ideas, then just check on my website because there's loads of posts on there under the heading Christmas on the menu bar. And B, what was my first point? Too close to Christmas. Yeah, I feel like I've done Christmas shopping for about 1 million people, but I haven't even done my own yet. And I'm actually physically sick of saying and writing the word Christmas. So yeah, skincare favourites. I've got a huge piece of glitter in my eye. I was opening some glittery Christmas letters and the glitter just went everywhere, all over the cat, the dog, into my eye. So if I'm a bit like this, that's why. The first thing I want to just mention, and I know I mentioned this in a favourites video not so long ago, the Lana Lips 101 ointment. I've been using this overnight because my lips have been dry, and it's just outstanding, I think, and not very expensive. If you really suffer from horribly dry winter lips, just get some of this. It lasts for ages. Lanolin is the stuff also that they put in nipple cream. So if you're breastfeeding and you get cracked nipples, it just helps make them better, basically. And so I am no stranger to lanolin, and that's what's in Lana Lips as well. So it is just brilliant for just keeping them really moisturised. Can't recommend that enough. What's next? Let's do some serums, shall we? The first one is brilliant if you get really kind of weather-beaten sensitive skin. If you've got sensitive skin or redness anyway, then it's brilliant. But if you only occasionally tend to get sore skin, and it might be because you've got central heating on inside, it's cold outside and your skin's just playing up, or it could be that you've overdone it with your exfoliants or something like that, or just you've been out too much and your skin's just knackered, then this is brilliant. Clarins Skin Beauty Repair Concentrate SOS treatment, which I kind of feel is more like an oil serum than a traditional feeling serum, or more like a dry oil, I suppose. It's not oily, but you get a nice good massage with it, and I just use it on its own after cleansing if my skin is feeling a little bit peaky and tight and sore. I've been back on the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair a little bit recently, just because I was cleaning out my office and I was sorting out stuff just to get rid of and stuff to keep. I was like, oh my god, I haven't used this in ages. And also, Anna from Viviana Does Makeup, she, I think, either videoed or blogged about the fact that she loved this or she was using it again. Can't remember because my brain is fried. And I was like, oh yeah, crack that out. And it is really, really lovely. It's a very just lightweight, silky serum. And it feels quite powerfully hydrating. Once you put your moisturiser on over the top, it just seems to give everything a little boost. You don't have to use it just at night. I use it actually more in the morning because that's when I remember to use it. And you can also mix it with a little bit of foundation. It's just, you know, like a booster. You can mix it to loads of different things. So yeah, good one this. For night or for day, just a good all-rounder. Good all-round serum. Slightly creamier one that I've been using, this is the Olay Regenerist 3-Point Super Firming Serum. I've been tending to use this one at night before my Time Bomb Powerball that I've just been using for like over a year now. I use it. It's probably my most used moisturiser apart from the MV Organic Skincare Rose one, just because it's just really simple. It doesn't have an SPF in, so I can use a different SPF if I'm going to be outdoors, and I just find it works really well. It's really hydrating, lovely texture. Now this serum from Olay is slightly more creamy and it feels like it's got more substance to it, and some nights I use this on its own when I can't be bothered to put anything on over the top, and my skin doesn't feel dry or anything in the morning. It feels perfectly fine. So it packs quite a punch, this one, and it's not too expensive at all. And lastly, on the serum front, I want to talk about the Liquid Laser from Alpha H. Now, if you've followed me for a while, you'll know that I've raved on and on and on about Alpha H Liquid Gold, which is a glycolic kind of peel liquid. This one is like their next generation one. It's supposed to be for slightly more mature and much drier skin, and it works really well on my skin. Michelle from Alpha H, when I saw her, was like, you don't need that yet, stick with your Liquid Gold. But Liquid Gold, when I was pregnant, and also since I've been breastfeeding, hasn't felt as nice on my skin as it did before. And I've just been looking for something a little bit more plumptuous, if you know what I mean, because the Liquid Gold is just a liquid and it feels like putting on a toner and your skin's like, and then you just leave it. Whereas this feels a bit more silky and a bit more hydrating, and in the morning my skin looks really plump. The Liquid Laser Super Anti-Aging Balm. Now this is very, very, very rich and very moisturising. So if you don't have dry skin, then it's not for you. But look at this, it's like a balm. It reminds me of like Emma Hardy's cleansing balm or something like that in texture. But it melts down into this really sumptuous oil. But funnily enough, it doesn't feel greasy once you've massaged it in, but your face just goes kind of like, drinks it up, and then it just feels just really hydrated. Can't think of a more interesting way of putting it. If you've got very, very dry skin, or just dry skin, or just a bit dry skin, then it's really nice. But as I said, oily, you probably won't want this. But I'm going to be doing a proper full-on write-up on this, so keep a lookout for that on my website. I really love it because you can massage it between your palms and then just do your neck and all the way up, and it just feels really facially. Talking of moisture and overnight stuff, wrote about this on my website. This is the Pixi Nourishing Sleep Mask. Have I talked about this before in a favourites? I don't know. This isn't a favourites video, is it? Current skincare favourites, yes it is. This is the Nourishing Sleep Mask, and you put it on last thing over everything else at night, and it just seals it all in and seals in the moisture. I wouldn't use it over the Liquid Laser. That is just, you don't need anything else apart from that. But if you're just using a normal serum and moisturiser and you want to kind of super moisture everything and just kind of hold it in, then this is great. Doesn't leave like a horrible residue or anything like that, so you don't get loads of crap all over your pillow, or I haven't noticed it so far, but it works. My skin looks really plump in the morning when I use that. Pleasantly surprised by this. This is the L'Oreal, I've only got the French version, but I'm assuming it's the Extraordinary Oil Rebalancing version, if my translation is right. It's just a really lovely kind of lightweight facial oil. Now, a few weeks ago, or maybe actually it's about 5 weeks ago, I tested out a few different things, and some of them were retinol, and my skin just went a bit crazy. And it just felt, it was going really oily, and the next thing it was dry, and it just sent it completely off kilter. And I used this for a couple of days, morning and night, and it really seemed to just sort it out. And I mean, it says rebalancing, and that seemed to be what it did. So top marks for that, because it's not expensive at all. And it's actually a really nice blend of oils, but it's just got a really nice feel to it. It doesn't feel too greasy or heavy. So like that a lot. Something now that's quite astonishingly expensive, these Super Aqua Eye Masks from Guerlain. I did mention them in a vlog, and then I said that I would talk about them again. And they're those patches that go on underneath to sort out your eye area. These are probably the best ones that I've tried, I think, ever, and I've tried a lot of them. They feel like putting mini fridges under your eyes, and they just kind of stick there and go, and it's almost like you can see the steam coming off. And I don't even put them in the fridge, but they are expensive. I think that they work out to even maybe be about £10 a pair. They are dear, but they're also very, very, very good. So I thought it would be bad of me not to mention those because they are brilliant. A couple of makeup things that are also kind of skincare that I just thought I'd finish on because I've been really impressed with both of these. Although the jury's still out on this one, even though I've seen everyone's been raving about this. This is Maestro Glow from Armani, and it's the new foundation that comes out in February. And it's an oil. If you've got really dry skin, you're going to absolutely love this. It's got quite a sheen to it, not a shimmer, but almost like a pearlescent effect. If you know the Maestro foundation, it's really liquidy and it's on a dropper and you only need a little bit and then you go and kind of blend it all out. And this one is no different, apart from it's very, very glowy. I don't know whether that's picking it up, but nearer the time to when it launches, I will do a before and after and show you. But it is very rich and very, very moisturising. If you had oily skin, even maybe normal combination, you might find it just a little bit too much. Because for me, I put it on in the morning, and even before I went to bed and I was about to take my makeup off, it was still had that residue. It's very, very dewy and you could still feel it on the skin. And I have quite dry skin at the moment in places. But the good thing is it's very, very lightweight to apply and it doesn't stick on any flaky or dry patches. It's got a really sumptuous kind of texture. If you're the opposite and you need something for oilier skin, this is absolutely brilliant. My only problem with this is the La Roche-Posay Effaclar Bb Blur, and you can get this at Essential until next year when it launches properly, so I'll put the link to that below. The only problem with it is it almost works too well. So the coverage isn't like insanely heavy, but it just does this thing where it blurs everything. It's almost like you don't look at your skin. It has this extra layer that's floating or hovering just above your normal skin, and that's what you see in the mirror or on camera. It says instant oil absorbing coverage cream mousse. It's a pretty good description. It goes on a bit like a marshmallow type texture, and then it goes to almost like a powdery velvet finish. It doesn't feel drying actually. You'd think it would because it's oil absorbing. If you had very, very dry skin, then probably not for you, but on normal skin, absolutely fine. There are only 2 shades though, which is unfortunate. Which one have I got here? I've got light, medium, and then there's fair to light, I think it is. And both of them actually work on me. The light medium's slightly too dark, but it shears out quite nicely. But the other one is maybe slightly on the light side. So they're fine, they're quite sheer. It's just a very strange texture because it's sheer, but it does wonders for your skin. If you look at Vlogmas week 2, in the first scene where I'm in the car and I don't look like I've really got any makeup on, but I have, I'm wearing this and it looks brilliant on camera, but almost too good, as I said. It's not expensive, so that is another hit this month. And that's all I'm going to talk about because I'm on 18 minutes and I know that lots of you don't have the patience to sit through 18 minutes, so I'm going to have to find bits and pieces to chop out of this. That's it for now. Make sure you tune in on Sunday for Vlogmas week 3, which should be a good one because I go to the Star Wars premiere. And yeah, I'll see you then.